Despite the title, there is very little that actually rocks in this movie. So don't let that fool you. Hello once again, watchers of Good Movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my apartment. Now today we are going to talk about the film Rock the Kasbah. Rock the Kasbah. I don't know if I'm saying that right. We'll see. This movie's not great, so it doesn't matter terribly. This film stars Bill Murray in the lead role. He is fine, I guess. He is this music manager who's trying to still find great talent, and he's very old. He has his client, Zoe Deschanel, who's in the film for about 20 minutes. He gets the idea to go and tour in Afghanistan because that's not a terrible idea in this day and age. And he goes, she leaves, and then he's stuck in Afghanistan trying to figure out what to do. And for the first hour, nothing really happens in this film. It's just him going from place to place and just random things happening to him while he's stuck in Afghanistan. There's literally no real plot which is being executed in this film until about an hour into it, and by that point we have 45 minutes or less of the film to watch, and it just honestly was a very boring film. Honestly, I was checking my watch consistently. I was yawning. I wanted to fall asleep during this film a few times. It did not keep me entertained whatsoever, really, for the majority of its premise. The music parts were fine. Zoe Deschanel sings a song. Lynn Lubani, who's the main Muslim singer who's in this film, she does fine when she does some singing. Otherwise, the film doesn't really entertain me that terribly much. The main premise of this film should have revolved around getting her into this music competition, which is what the last 45 minutes of the film is actually about, and kind of going against tradition and blah 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 and finding your voice, blah blah blah, that type of stuff. It would have been cheesy as hell, but if the film hadn't taken itself as seriously as it did, hadn't goofed around for the first hour of the film, and actually focused on an actual plot, which could have been actually something fairly decent, I would have probably enjoyed this film. The last 45 minutes, it sets up something which could have been really cool. The climax of the film doesn't really resolve at all. I'm not going to spoil it in case you're actually going to go and see this movie. I doubt it, since not many people saw it this weekend. But something happens, and it just kind of cuts to the end. It's like, alright, that conflict didn't really matter, escalate, or cause anything of significance to happen. And then Bill Murray also doesn't really have a character arc in this film. There's like some family stuff which is touched on here so often, but he doesn't really learn anything throughout this film. He's basically the same person when he starts than when he ends. He confesses a few things about his character, but he doesn't ultimately learn anything or grow as a human being throughout this film. He's the same person by the end as he was at the beginning, so it bugged me a bit. Kate Hudson's also in this film as someone that Bill Murray's banging, I guess. She does fine, I guess. There's not really a huge amount for her to do in this movie, so there's that. The end credits, though, like the first 2 minutes of the end credits, they're fine, because I don't know if it's improv or like how this scene was set up, but it's basically, I'll spoil it for you since no one's actually going to go see this movie. Be real. It's Bill Murray as his character, I think, talking with this salesperson and trying to just kind of haggle for a stuffed elephant and some yarn. And it's a very interesting dynamic and back and forth that goes on. I don't know how much of it was improv or like actually just something that they happened to catch on film, but I thought it was very humorous. And I laughed more in those like 2 minutes of that scene than any other part of this movie, and so that's kind of bad when like I laugh more at like the last 2 minutes of a movie in the end credits than I do at the whole actual film, which is supposed to make me laugh at some point. Is the film terrible? No, it's not the worst film I've ever seen, obviously, but is it worth your time and money? Probably not. I didn't really find myself enjoying the film nearly as much as, well, pretty much as much as I expected it to. I didn't go into this film with high expectations. It didn't blow my expectations out of the water. So, yeah, it's a movie. See it if you want, but you won't miss anything whatsoever if you don't go see it. But those are my thoughts, guys. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Did you like the film as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe once again if you so choose. I appreciate it immensely. And as always, for people, my name is Nick Pell. And once again, keep on watching.